Yeah,
it's
What
really
a
about
great
how much
look.
air you can get under that rear tire, apparently. That's 15. That's Beckett Ferry. That's Red Dog.
There it is,
holding that
all the
back
way
of
on the
that bike
inside.
up. Yeah, we got tons of second and third generation riders out here the last couple of years in these classes. It's been really fun to watch. Now they're locked and loaded behind the. That's actually one of the more difficult things, to just ride over
Just
the
get
metal
over it.
bar of that starting gate when it hits the ground.
They have to use their feet to do it. With the combination of 3 horsepower and their feet, they're going to
Here we go.
push.
Ran.
Very on the gas, early on the inside.
In full top.
Oh!
Oh, a rider down. Luckily getting right back on the machine. Bell Helmet's whole shot up for grabs.
Little 41 little bobbleheads bouncing around out there.
Brayton Craiglow, 29 on the Yamaha.
Wow.
Won the first moto, has the Bell Helmet's whole shot award.
What up, Craig? I love watching these kids when they re-grip. They have to reach down way hard, grab that little plastic grip, give her some gas. Yamaha, undefeated in this class. Undefeated in 30-plus years.
Hey, real quick, we need Glenn Wellens. Glenn Wellens to the MX Sports office trailer, please. Glenn Wellens to the MX Sports office trailer. Thank you very much. So Brayton Craiglow is out front. You almost have to adjust as an announcer to the timing. We're 1 minute in. We're almost expecting to see a lap complete.
Right,
I think
they're
the
just
first
now.
lap is generally taking about a minute 40. It's a short lap because the starting line is 3/4 of the track. So for a lot of the classes, they'd be getting near the finish line. This group is in the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, that's about 20 seconds into the racetrack for everyone else. They're going to, if they can bust that incredible 4-minute lap time like Eli Tomac did when he busted the 2-minute lap time here, that's a huge thing, the accomplishment. A sub 4-minute lap time. Is it possible, Jason Wygant?
Can anyone break that elusive
4-minute lap time?
4-minute lap time barrier in the PW class? Yeah, Yamaha, good statistical work from those folks. They said last year Justin Cooper won a lot of titles. Yamaha won their 300th championship at this event last year. They got a little odometer on the banner over at the Yamaha setup down in the pits. Rolling the odometer, 301 and beyond. I can almost guarantee they're going to get at least one title this year.
They're going to get one. Every year you can guarantee one here out of this PW class. One rider there claiming it's a Kawasaki, a KW50 there. His was green. KWX.
Brayton Craiglow, oh, here's your battle down through the sand section. They're working their way through.
He's not running away from these kids. They all run about the same speed. There's our man, 29, Brayton Craiglow. He is actually pulled out to a very handsome lead. He's got the all-black gear combo, black Craigar rims that they picked up on the way in. The saw blades were last year's deal. They went with the
Pep Boys.
Yep, straight Spider Mags.
I watched Brayton. I did the podium interviews in the first moto. Clearly, Brayton has been coached to stand up while he's riding. He actually stood up, got the checkered flag, stood up, riding an impound, rode up to the podium, still standing, never sat down. So he's been coached well. Look at this, standing everywhere he possibly can.
It makes a big difference.
Look at that. Let's see if he sits down in this rutted corner. That would be next to impossible. I got a conspiracy theory here. Did they purposely put that billboard in there in the one spot where he would sit down to try to make him look that much better?
There he goes.
Conspiracy theory.
Back up on the machine there, bouncing his way through there. They factor in taking out 2 pounds of air pressure to add another ½ inch of travel with the tires, so they're a little squishy.
Make it a little squishier.
Every little advantage.
Oh, there's some old school mini bike dads out here who still say they have game. I want to do that as a reality show. And if it happens and it's not involving me, I know now you stole it because I'm about to tell you what the reality show is going to be. So if it happens, I will find you. I know that you're about to hear it right now and you're stealing my idea. There are a lot of old school mini bike dads who have told me they can build the best PW50 in the world. Several. So let's get some of those all-star dads from the past. Big James Stewart told me, you send a box of parts to him, he will build a PW50, doesn't need any instructions, doesn't need any of those.
He'll do it blind. He will make himself blind.
Himself. Probably could. He's like, I built so many PW50s. I know how to make them work. I know how to make them fast. Send me a box of parts. I'll build one. So we should take some of the all-time PW50 dads. Bring them out of retirement.
Have them race
and
to
have
put
a
together.
reality show. See who's the best, the best all-time PW50 builder. I mean, you're talking 40 years almost of history now of dads building these same exact
Okay,
bikes.
now what are some of the craftier tricks that you can do to a 50? It's like disengaging the kill switch.
The kill switching is what I've
there's
always heard
some
about.
gear.
Something.
There's some special gear. You can turn the piston around. I've heard you can do that. There's some
Really?
little tricks there.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, he wasn't saying I would just build one. I would build a
The
good
fastest one.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the things we just mentioned all are illegal. You cannot do that here.
They've got their tricks. That's what makes this class, honestly, through the years. I think lately it's been pretty clean.
Yep.
But through the years, there's been all kinds of tricks. And what actually I think helped is we have a larger variety of 50cc classes now. You look at the 4 to 6 age group. We just ran a 4 to 6 group also on the faster Cobras, KTMs, and some other brands. So if you really want to play that game and be that serious, we've got classes for you.
This is an entry-level
Yeah.
introduction to the sport kind of class, and it serves its purpose well. And there's no need to change it. It needs to be here. You got to have a way to get into this sport for, a couple of grand with the bike, the gear, the whole deal. And this is the one you start with. You can ride this thing in your backyard. Shooting up that roost as he climbs up. Ray Butts back.
The tower just shifted.
Did you feel it?
The tower just shifted. Ray Butts is here. Wow, we got Big Brad Jones from our NBCSN TV crew and Ray Butts
Who's
from
taller? Stand
Rocky
up.
Mountain ATVMC. This is two behemoths about to go at it. This is Big John Studd taking on Andre the Giant up here in this tower. Oh my gosh.
That's Big Brad, Big Raymond Butts, and they're going to fall right through the hole in this floor here because that's
this tower is not designed. This tower is not. The two biggest people here at the ranch are in this booth at the same time.
800 pounds of man right there, literally.
Dude, watch what you say. Like, I am just full intimidated right now. Braden Craiglow continues to lead. You knew that. Zane Libretto is second. Bodie Bradford is third. Weston Fryer fourth. Alexander Doak fifth. Brayton Wills is sixth. Reed Cohn seventh. Kaki DePino is eighth.
Kiki, do you love? That's
Tyler Stanzik.
Kiki.
And Ryden Novak. Ethan Deal is next. Julian Lozano is 12th. Kylan Stewart 13th. Grayson Russell 14th. And Abel Fleener rounds out top 15.
There's Libretto and Bradford battling it out. The number 81 of Zane Libretto and Bode Bradford following him his every move. He could have went all the way inside and made that pass all day long.
Well, maybe, but we can't quite see from the camera's perspective. I'm assuming the ruts down there are out of hand for these bikes. Like basically pump tracking around here for them.
Look at that whole setup there. The Yamaha pit area is
that's
just
really stepped
next
up,
level.
man.
Yeah. Little Ferry is in here. He started on the very inside, not quite inside the top 15 right now. A pair of ferries, if you will.
He'll give you a ride across that pond.
Ferry's got two kids. Way's got two kids on 50s as well.
It's awesome, yeah. All right, there's the 81 of Zane Libretto dealing with some heat from Bodie Bradford. If he makes the pass, you know what Zane's going to say? No fair, learn to share. I wanted second place.
Yeah.
I was there first. I had it.
And the funny thing is he'll actually hear every word he's saying as he's going past him.
Yeah, you can.
Because the bikes are super quiet.
All right, we're going to see if these kids learn to share. I got bad news. Only one of them can get second place in this moto.
No, those kids
teach
do
you to
not share.
but not
Nope.
in competition. Nope. No participant trophies here. Oh, they are skying those singles heading into Storyland, landing so hard.
That's the tricky part about this class, too. You can't hear your competition. They just come by, you're like, well, can't hear you, man. Normally, you can hear the guy behind you panic revving and all that. There's a sweet-looking KU 125 in the background there.
Yeah.
It's a sweet ride.
Yep. There's apparently a Kawasaki version of Megawatt out there somewhere collecting old vintage Cowies. Megawatt, our fourth member of their announcing team in the booth, continues to sell out rooms of his house with vintage Hondas. Said his kid came back from the military, and he said, I got bad news. Your bedroom's done. I got 2 bikes in there now.
Yeah.
I had to sleep on the couch. Kaiki? They helped us out? Oh, okay. Well.
Nice.
All right. We're now down to using YouTube and Siri to learn how to pronounce the riders' names. Gosh.
Kaiki.
Brayton Craiglow continues to lead on RacerTV.com over the big Rocky Mountain. You're watching Zane Libretto and Bodie Bradford in a torrid fight for the number 2 position, with Weston Fryer in 4th, Alexander Doak in 5th.
Looks just like that Mitchell Falk, Seth Hamaker battle we saw earlier. Just playing it on slow motion here. You can really break down the slow motion film. This is the actual race.
We had Ryan Villapoto, Michael Lessie, and then Michael Lessie, Ricky Carmichael up in this tower at the same time. That is not happening at any other race, not even Monster Energy Supercross, Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. Only here at Loretta's is stuff like that happening. They were hanging out, helping us with the announcing, all 3 of them.
With the call, they said, please leave. We want to run this.
Well, we might be done next year. One of us is going to have to go if Alessi wants to go full-time into announcing races, which it seems like he does.
The battle still waging on. Zane Libretto, Bode Bradford.
You want to chat? Hey, let's bring on Ray Butts here from Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Ray is available in the announcer's tower because normally there's one of the big obstacles on the track. We just have Ray lay down and then we pile some dirt on top of him. The 50s can't even get up that. He's just too big. The beard,
taking a break.
Get through the beard, so he's taking a break so the 50s can get through. He gets to come up here and hang in the tower with us. These sunglasses just disintegrated. So Ray, what do we got going from the good folks at Rocky Mountain ATV MC?
We still have everybody's umbrellas and stuff over there. If you haven't picked them up, we've got a goodie bag. Got a horn for everybody to blow for your riders out there to cheer them on, let them know that you're out in the crowd. Plus, we have free next day shipping through through today. That something breaks, you need it, we can have it here tomorrow.
Still get something by the end of the week. You still could.
Yeah, if you order it today by 4 o'clock, it'll be here tomorrow. So after that, FedEx kind of punks out. They don't bring anything on Saturday.
Yes.
So
that's not your call. That's FedEx's call.
Yeah. It's out of our hands after that. So.
You've been doing that the last couple of years. Has it been used? I don't know the ins and outs. Are people doing that? They'll break apart and get something?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I mean, there's there's 40 or 50 orders a week. I mean, it's not a tremendous thing because, to be honest, most people are ready when they come.
Yeah.
And if they do break something unexpected, there's a lot of great vendors here. And if they can buy it on site, obviously that's quicker and not always cheaper, but it's quicker. And it's usually about whether or not you can get it fixed fast here at the ranch. And, we're just kind of a safety net. If you can't find it here, you can have it the next day.
I know how cheap I am. My deal would be, if we got to skip a second moto to buy it for 30% less at Rocky Mountain ATV MC, that's what we're going to do.
Well, define cheap because, most people have probably spent, 15, 20 grand to get here.
Yeah, it's all relative.
So you're going, okay, what's $100? But the thing we like is we've got 130,000 parts in stock, different part numbers. So, I mean, our stocking levels are deep. We have all kinds of stuff. So it's a great safety blanket if you can't find it here.
I was hanging out with some of my friends at the Thunder Valley National in Colorado, and one of them, his sister has worked at a Yamaha shop for like 22 years. And they were actually starting to have conversations talking in part numbers. Like, what's a front brake lever for a YZ125 for the next 12 years? They knew the part numbers. Some people get that knowledgeable with this stuff, but they actually know stuff by part number. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you get somebody that's been entrenched in the market for a long time, and they know every little bit and piece of, where we started. I mean, when I started, all Rocky Mountain had was ATV tires and wheels. That's all we did.
Wow.
And we had a one-page ad in dirt wheels. And so ATV tires and wheels, that's my jam. Like, I can walk up and tell you what bolt pattern it is, like what size.
So you were there
offset.
then. You go that far back.
I've been at Rocky Mountain 23 years. So.
Woo!
Probably longer than most of the riders that are racing here this weekend have been alive. So
that's right. Yeah.
There's a couple vets out there that's seen the 80s, but not many of them. So.
We got to adjust when we're here at Loretta's. The years are different. It's the Lucas Oil Last Lap. Ray, you can keep on chatting with Kevin, and Rodney, I got to head down to the podium and take care of these stock PW shaft drive machines. They're stock bikes, but you got parts for them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There we go, the Lucas Oil Last Lap. Raymond Butts, how many of these kids could you pick up at one time, you think, with the bikes? 7, 8 of them? The top 10. He could hold the top 10. Everybody under that tent, Raymond Butts could pick all of you kids up.
We might not even have a podium here. We might just have Ray lift them.
No, just stand on Raymond. You get the top biggest part of his belly. That's the top of the podium here. Hey, we have 3 kids in this race whose dads are racing in the plus 30 class. So the rivalry reaches all the way down from the plus 30 class down into this 51 4-6 class. I think Libretto and Lowry are 2 of the kids that I was just told that their fathers are racing in that plus 30 class. That is cool. So Timmy Ferry and Nick Way, you got to step your game up. We got dads doing double duty with their kids.
Yeah, it's really a cool stat you throw out there, Kevin, because what we almost take for granted here, you know it's the best of the ranch. You don't just show up. That means that everybody had to qualify. So if dad and kid both get through the system and qualify, that's already a heck of an accomplishment.
Absolutely. Father, son, like we say each year, like my kids play baseball. I don't get to play baseball on the same field on the same day as my kid. They get to share an experience. They get to race. Their kid gets to race. They can both talk about it. Very unique aspect about our sport. Really cool. That, I think that you would be in the mix there. The Clydesdale class, the minimum weight plus is 300 pounds. Yeah, Ray from Rocky Mountain ATVMC wanting to implement a weight-based class, not a skill. You just got to eat your way to a minimum weight, 300 minimum. What do you weigh, Ray? Be real here. What?
More than 300.
More than 300, less than 500.
Less than 500.
Somewhere in that range. Between the 300 to 500 range. You cannot gusset well, can't add extra welds to your motorcycles, can't do all that. It's got to be stock motorcycles over 300 pounds, the Clydesdale class. There's something to that. Lucas Oil last lap as we watch your leader, 29, Brayton Craiglow, out to a 31-second lead. Man, normally consistency not a hallmark of this class. You know, the kids will fall, they'll get bad starts. This kid's going to go 1-1. There's your leader, the checker flag is coming out for Brayton Craiglow. What a ride for that young man. Craiglow going to have his way right down, make his way right on down to the podium. How did the fantasy motocross work out for you this week? Did you guys get all your cards turned in? Kind of still waiting to how it's all going to sort out?
Yeah, I mean we got quite a few people turning in picks, and they've got the leaderboard going down there. Now that we're getting into second motos, it's starting to change it up a little bit. But it's been pretty fun to kind of watch all the different classes and get people more involved with more than just 1 or 2 classes.
Yeah, that's why I dig fantasy football, because I pay attention to teams and riders and positions I would never pay attention to. You're like, hey man, the plus 45 could be the tipping point. You may win a championship, or you may win the fantasy motocross based on plus 45, something you might not pay attention to.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, all the data's out there. You can see all the past champions. We wait till practice is over so you can kind of see practice times. I mean, there's some guys out there that are money, like Mike Brown and,
Yeah, you can guarantee some of those guys.
John
Gruey, yep.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are, I don't want to give them the fantasy jinx or anything.
Right, but they're very consistent.
Very consistent riders. And, so I think it's kind of fun. It just gets people looking around. And I know I'm the worst. I mean, when my kid's racing, all I look at is whatever class he's in.
Don't care about anybody else.
I know a couple friends that come with us, but yeah, it's tough to shake your focus off of that.
We're going to shake our focus and send it down to Jason Wygant, who has our winner, Brayton Craiglow, Bo Bradford, and Zane Libretto. That's your top 3. Jason, let's hear from some happy kids. They're popping the tops on those juice boxes, having a good time down there.
That's right. So thanks to Ray Butts there for Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Thank you, Kevin. And big thanks to this guy for putting on a show for us. Let's hear it for Brayton Craiglow. And Brayton also nailed the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award in this one, got the gold medal. We'll have you stand over here. These guys are smaller than the bikes. All right, Brayton, how'd that moto go?
Good.
Tell me about it, man.
Track was good. I love it.
I noticed you stand up around 90% of the track. You even stand up when you're riding to the stage. You got some people telling you how to ride?
Yeah.
Standing up's the key?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
God, Mom, Dad, Bell Helmets, Store Gear, FMF, Paradise Water Sports, Timmy and Matt from Matt Walker's, Timmy, Dunlock, Drew, Casey, and John, that's all.
All right, that's a bunch of the buddies, I think, that are out here riding also. Let's hear it for Brayton Craiglow. Oh, yeah, hold that medal up. Man, they've even got the podium part dialed in with this program. Well, we had a good battle for second place. I'm looking for Bodie. We'll bring up our second place finisher, Bodie. And that was quite a battle all the way. They were putting some serious pressure on each other, diving inside and out, some serious block passing. No, just kidding. All right. We're going to take a break on Racer TV here in just a moment, but first our podiums. Let's hear it for Bodie Bradford. I'm once again impressed with Bodie, showing some serious reading skills for someone in kindergarten. That's awesome. How'd your moto go?
Good.
Take me through it. Tell me all about it.
It was rough.
That sums it up, I'd say. You want to thank some people?
Jesus Christ for keeping me safe out here. My mom and dad and my family. Kyle Regal and Taylor Painter at Tapped House Training Facility. SPR Yamaha, Dunlop Tires, Mika Metals, Acerbis, Twin Air, and anyone else who has supported me.
Let's hear it for Bodie Bradford, silver medal. All right. Good job, Bodie. Reading is fundamental. That was good stuff there, reading the sponsor list. Not bad for someone in a 4 to 6 division. And we have a bronze medal to hand out here as well. I believe Zane Libretto had it down to the last lap, and I think he held on to it all the way through the checkers. So we're looking for Zane. All right. Another podium sweep for Yamaha in this shaft drive 50 class. Who would have thunk it? Let's hear it for Zane Libretto. All right, Zane, tell me about your moto.
Really rough?
Yeah. It's getting a little hot out, too?
Yeah.
All right, you got some toys you're going to go play with now?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of toys are you going to play with?
The sand pit.
Sand pit, yeah, that's always good. My little guy likes that, too. Who do you want to thank?
Mom and Dad, Jesus, YSD, TMA, Grandpa Mike, Thor, All Pine Stars.
There it is. Let's hear it for Zane Libretto. Bronze medal. Here, just hold that up a little bit. There you go. Awesome. Looks good in the photos. And that's going to wrap the second day of 50cc racing here at Loretta's. We're going to take a quick commercial break on RacerTV.com. We'll be right back.